Hi guys, we're going to go over simplifying radicals and square roots a little bit more in this video. And I also wanted to talk about the use of a calculator and how it is appropriate to use it during these types of questions and how it is not appropriate to use during these types of questions. So let's start. This is the back of the sheet that we just took notes on. So we did those notes. This is the back side of that. So we are actually going to do the odds on here. So, starting at number 1, zoom in for y'all. Okay, so 96. So, let's say I don't know my factor pairs of 96. We're getting into bigger numbers, maybe we don't know those. So, the proper way to use a calculator, so 96, it's even. So, I'm assuming 2 goes into it because it's even, right? Let's see if I can get a bigger number that goes into it. So, I'm going to divide by 4. 4 goes into it. So, that tells me that I can break it down to 4 times 24. So that's how many times 4 went into it. That's a good way to use a calculator during this. A not good way to use a calculator during this is just to put in the square root of 96 and I get a decimal answer. That's not going to be the right answer because we want the reduced radicals. The other way is if you have the yellow calculator, if you just put in the square root of 96, it will give you the answer, but you have no work. So you're not going to get any credit for the questions that you have no work, okay? So at that point, I know that 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. I can do my factor pairs of these two numbers, right? 24 breaks down to 4 times 6. Bring down my 2. Bring down my 2. Sorry, my pen kind of covers what I'm writing sometimes. And then break all that down. I'm going to start with my pairs. Pair of 2, another pair of 2s, no pair, no pair. So a 2 comes out, another 2 comes out. What I have left in the square root is a 3 and a 2. So then I simplify. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, and there's my answer. 98, I know that breaks down into 2 times 49. If you did not know that, you can use your calculator to divide by a number. I also know that the square root, that 49 is a perfect square, so I'm actually going to stop there. So once you start seeing these and doing these more often, you may find shortcuts, and it is perfect for you to use a shortcut, guys. So I know the square root of 49 is 7, so I'm just going to take the square root of it, bring the 7 out. I know 2 is prime, and it doesn't have a pair, so it's going to stay in. So it's 7 square roots of 2. 72 breaks down into 8 times 9. Same thing here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to pull out the square root of 9, which is 3. And now I have square root of 8. But I can't stop there because 8 breaks down into 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So I'm going to bring the 2 out with the 3. So really I have 3 times 2 on the outside, and I have a 2 left on the inside. 3 times 2 is 6. Square roots of 2. Guys, what's 6 times 6? 36. I could have actually broken 72 down into 36 times 2. Because 2 times 36 is 72. And square root of 36 is 6, and then bring my 2 inside. So if you can find the largest square number that goes into your number under the radical, that will be the shortest and fastest way to solve these, if you're getting to that point. If that's confusing you, just go all the way down to the prime factorization, circle your pairs, and bring them out, okay? 45 breaks down to 9 times 5. Well, 9 breaks down to 3 times 3, or 9 is a perfect square, so I know the square root of 9 is 3. Leave 5 under. 343, so that's a big number. I'm going to do divide by 3. Oops, clear. So I'm on my calculator dividing out to see what goes into it. 3 does not go into it. 343 divided by, let's try 7. Oh, 7 times 49. Okay. So I do 49 times 7. Well, isn't 49 a perfect square number? So square root of 49 is 7. So I could show that I'm breaking this down into 7 times 7, bringing down my 7. I have a pair of 7s, so 7 comes out. Square roots of 7 on the inside. One more. 96 breaks down into, didn't we do that above? Isn't that number 1 up there? Okay. So we knew 96 breaks down into 4 times 24. I'm just redoing all the work. If you don't need to, then don't do it. Right? 4 breaks down into 2 times 2. You can't see all that. 6 breaks down into 2 times 3. Bring down this 2, bring down this 2. Make sure you've not forgotten any 2's. Circle a 2, 2 and 3 stay in. Now be careful, you have a 10 on the outside, so make sure that 10 comes back out. So I have 10 times 2 times 2, square roots of 2 times 3. Okay, 10 times 2 is 20, 20 times 2 is 40, square roots of 2 times 3 is 6. Awesome. Okay. So what your assignment is right now is the evens. I'm going to load this into Schoology as a PDF as an assignment. I want you to annotate and complete all the evens. So show your work, circle your answer for just the evens. So odds will actually be blank because it's going to be on the computer. And I want for you to do just evens. If you have no work, you are going to get 0 credit. Because it is so easy to just type these into something and get an answer. I need your work with these. So you're going to use the annotation ability to solve it using your touchscreen and then circle your answer for all the even questions. All right, thanks guys.